The cave that killed 28 divers. Ginnie Springs, cave exploring gone wrong. There is a portal to hell right in the center of the lovely, bucolic Ginnie Springs, and it leads to a vast underwater cave system that even the most expert divers have trouble navigating. Divers with cave diving and scuba experience will find the hole to be an ideal testing ground. As a result, it's not shocking if divers try to do so and quickly become exhausted. Interested to know the horrific story of Ginnie Springs? Well, welcome back to our channel. Now it's time to talk about the haunting story of this beautiful place. Ginnie Springs is a far cry from the well-known tourist sites found across Florida, since it's situated in the undulating hills of northern Florida, not too far from the Georgia state line. This region is home to hundreds of natural springs that contribute to the enormous and complicated Florida aquifer, which is the source of the majority of the state's drinking water, and is home to some of the greatest cave and cavern diving in the world. From the outside, it appears to be nothing more than a picturesque pond filled with clear water that flows into the darker Santa Fe River. There are 3 steps leading down to the watering hole, not more than 3 feet down. However, if you focus your attention squarely in the middle, you'll notice the shadowy form of a chasm. Divers from all over the world are drawn to explore the depths of the earth to see what they can discover after millions of years of water flowing underground. Cave diving is fraught with peril, and this grim reality must always be acknowledged. According to Skiles, it's painfully risky. I've lost 28 buddies. He is alluding to the 28 divers who have been lost at Ginnie Springs during its history. They all made the same fatal error, which resulted in their deaths. They went too deep into the network of tunnels that radiated out from the spring, where they became disoriented and ran out of oxygen. According to the website for Ginnie Springs Outdoors, accident statistics suggest that, for the most part, divers perish in underwater caverns and caves for just 3 reasons: lack of a properly used guideline, lack of sufficient reserve gas, and/or diving beyond the safe operational limits of the breathing media used. Why do scuba divers make such obvious errors? Cave divers make up 9 out of 10 fatalities that occur in natural overhead habitats. However, the vast majority of these divers have no professional training in cave or cavern diving. By the way, a cavern dive is distinct from a cave dive in that during the cavern dive, you can keep the passageway leading into the cavern in your line of sight at all times. If you go deep enough and far enough inside a cave, you won't be able to see the entrance any longer. I was shaken up by the realization of these things, but I went ahead and did it anyhow together with Skiles and his 3-person team of pals who brought lights so that we could record underwater. The water temperature was a brisk 72 degrees Fahrenheit, which was cold enough for us to require wetsuits with a thickness of 4 millimeters and a protective hood. As we made our way out below the first cavern, I followed Skiles. When the light was turned on, it showed an eerily beautiful room made of limestone that was full of all different kinds of jagged cracks and corners. It appeared as though there was no water at all in the pool, since the water was so transparent. About the extraordinary visibility offered by Ginnie Springs, Jacques Cousteau famously said, "Visibility forever." However, anyone who even has a modicum of claustrophobia should avoid doing so in this opinion. You are acutely aware of the fact that you are in a restricted location, where, if it weren't for the lights, you would spend practically the whole time in complete darkness. So, that's going to do it for today's video, friends. Please let us know what you thought about it. We've got a comment section right there below, and we always love to hear your feedback on our latest videos. Have you ever been to Ginnie Springs? Would you ever dare go exploring in this place that is such known for danger? Hey, let us know what you think about it down below. And make sure you share our video with any of your friends or family who are in your inner circle who love cave diving, just like we're talking about in our videos. If we could ask you one more favor, friends, please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this, and hit on that bell icon too. That way, you'll always be notified when we have a new update for you. Thanks for spending time out of your busy day with us today, and we look forward to doing it again soon. Thanks for watching.